America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. So I see everybody managed to get out of the big snowstorm. Hopefully we don't get another one this weekend.
Yeah, it's going down south.
We're just gonna
From your
think
lips.
positive, go south. Okay. Discussion of the 250th American Revolution celebration. So I know that everybody, I like to start off with Amanda, if possible, to see what you have and some exciting news that you care to share with us. Thank you, Amanda.
So I was able to gather the department totals as for the additional cost. So for fire, they're estimating about $1,698.72.
How much?
$1,698.72.
I want to know what the 72 cents is for. That's a joke.
And then for police, they're estimating about $4,500. And DPW, they're estimating about $1,980. And for the Board of Health, I put in your packets that I just gave you their chart showing the porta potties. I did it on the high end as if 5,000 people were coming, so I got an estimate for 25 porta potties, and that'll be $3,675.08. So that's just an estimate that I got from United Services, which Recreation already uses for the block party. They usually bring in, I believe, Jen Kirkland said that they bring in two. Yeah.
So
Right.
just to clarify, so this is in addition to
The
fire that's
fireworks.
already there, law enforcement that's already there, stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah, that covers the additional staff that are needed, so their detail rates come into play, so that's what those are based on. Those are contractual rates. And similarly for DPW and, yeah, so the total, because I think I heard you say you couldn't hear. So again, the totals were for fire, it's $1,698, police, $4,500, DPW, $1,980. Estimate for porta potties is $3,675. So that total is just, it's about $11,850.
So Kim, was that, are those donations?
No,
No.
Costs?
It's the cost.
This is the cost of what Kim just said.
The detail, the police, the fire, the DPW, so that's the cost. Okay,
And we still have fireworks.
right.
And we'll go through that,
or did you?
okay?
I know Kim has some exciting news to tell us whenever you're ready.
Well, you have the proposals,
Yep,
correct?
I have the proposal in front of us.
So we got two.
So Christie did outreach to 3 companies. So again, under the procurement law, for things that are under $50,000, we're required to seek 3 quotes. You do not have to actually obtain 3 quotes. So she did contact 3 vendors and we received quotes from 2. So based on the 2 that we received, you met the procurement requirement. And so there is, I think if you look at,
And we have to take the lowest. Is that correct?
Right.
correct. So you have 2, you have Pyrotechnic and American Thunder. American Thunder had the lower quote. They were asked to quote on a 20 to 25 minute display, and American Thunder's quote was for $26,000. Pyrotechnic was $30,000.
Okay.
And I saw with American Thunder, they said their liability, I'm assuming, so the company has it also.
Yeah, we would, at the time that we executed a contract, we would require them to produce the
Yeah,
insurance.
I would have to definitely have that. So this one looks like it's coming in a little bit lower.
And that's the one you have to take.
This is the one we're gonna have to take. Okay. Option 1, 20 to 25 minutes is 26,000. And the 15-minute display is for 19,000.
Remind me again what's on our till for the committee.
30,000.
30,000, but
I'm not a SAT 700 score or whatever the max out to see that shows my education
They
level.
changed it. It's different now.
There, thank you for saving. Thank you for saving me. My point being, I'll cut to the chase. We have $11,000 expense for services. We're left with 19 essentially for option 2, which is a 15-minute display based on this quote. I'm just doing simple math there. Unless we're able to secure, additional funds through other donation means, which I know we are allowed to do, but I'm just looking at the numbers here. So maths might be making our decision for us in that regard. Just wanted to point that out.
Well, yeah, I agree with you on that one. I
Yeah.
mean,
I'd love a longer show, but
but I like the,
dollars are dollars. so.
yeah, I agree.
we should kind of, because we haven't had any donations in yet. Right?
Correct.
And
We did receive one from Gary.
where?
We did receive one check
Gary,
from Gary.
yes.
Thank you, Gary.
And I've spoken to some folks where,
Right.
Curry says they'll donate $250, but I went tried to collect it, and they were all like, Peter was in Mexico on vacation.
I
The
spoke
rest-
with
the rest of
Rotary
them
as well.
refused. What's that?
I spoke with Rotary as well. They like to donate as well. So, and the veterans like to donate as well too. So,
so what are we short?
So we'll, if we're looking for the 20 to 25 minute program, just rough numbers would be short $6,000
yeah,
or $7,000. So we would need to just set up a separate funding plan to fill up that gap, which I'm not opposed to doing. So,
Right,
no,
that shouldn't be a problem.
so,
No.
okay.
so it looks like this one.
I mean, I guess the question is, can we commit without having secured that funding?
Kind of where I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, and maybe something to explore, could we commit for the $19,000 based on that's the funding that we have available, and then potentially amend it to a 25-minute show subject to obtaining the funding? I can look into if we're okay.
Assuming the
fact that-
company would be agreeable to that, yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's would be
And
a
then make
wonderful
sure-
option.
That will be
yeah.
a wonderful, yeah, I agree with that.
Because I'm assuming they'd require some sort of deposit now.
No,
No?
Well, one of the questions we had for them was the date by which we would need to inform them, execute the contract so
Okay.
that they would hold the date. Amanda's trying to get in touch with them.
Yeah, they didn't respond to me, but I did read their contract and it was pretty firm on not committing to a date without the signed contract. So that's
Understood.
what I'm assuming that they'll come back with, but they haven't confirmed yet. through
Okay.
email.
I was underneath the impression, Amanda, that we would have to pay on delivery if we were gonna have the fireworks. We don't put down deposits. Maybe I'm wrong, but
Well, American whatever says you got to put 50% down to accept their proposal. That's what it says. I'm just reading.
no.
Paper.
I just, unless it changed, but I remember we had to pay on delivery. It could have changed, Amanda. I don't know.
I don't know that.
Yeah, that's typically what we do. I mean, we'd have a conversation with them because we usually pay for, I understand why they're holding a
Right.
date, but we'll work through our finance folks and
Okay. Thank you. I thought,
follow up.
John,
I just, you could speak into the mics.
Oh.
Kind of hard of hearing.
Yeah, sure.
And
Sorry.
frankly, heard nothing about what Amanda was saying. My second question is, will you produce minutes of this meeting so we can have a kind of written record of what we
Yes.
discussed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, We always have a minutes.
Minutes be available to non-members, people who are not elected,
Yes,
myself.
yeah.
So we can look into this.
So let me, so it's 11,850 for the police, the fire, DPW, and Board of Highways.
Right.
Okay.
And unfortunately, I don't think those numbers will change going with a shorter show.
No,
So-
no, because you have to
Right.
commit.
So
Yeah, that's understandable.
if you're spending that much and there's an opportunity to fundraise and then increase the length of the show,
Right.
you know, I don't, those are fixed. I don't think those costs will change. Those were based on expected turnout.
Yes,
And then the fireworks are 26,000.
right. If it's for the 20 to 25-minute display.
Right.
And the second option is 15-minute display for 19,000.
Right. So that's what, 37,850, roughly.
10 grand roughly, I'm having in my head.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we'd love to have some extra dollars left over for paying some of the reenactors.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
this
Exactly.
stuff. So it's not just
For other things that can,
affirmative.
So we're short, what, 7,800 approximately.
yeah. Which that will be an easy, oh, is this my, okay. All right. Well,
Roberta, can you say that again and speak into the microphone so we can all hear?
oh, you can't hear me?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. No,
Amanda, I can't hear anything she said.
No, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
I usually have a big voice.
but you
I'm
didn't. So
surprised.
my.
I'm
what
sorry,
did
go
you
ahead.
say? I thought I heard you say, well, that'll be an easy amount to fundraise.
Yeah, well, we were just talking about the extra money that we had without anything else involved, just the fireworks, Gary, that I'm looking at right now.
Okay, can we recap then where we are? Because I'm hearing you say that's easy amount to fundraise. I understand we want to use the smaller amount of time. I'd like to ask American Thunder or whatever, how many shots we get for that.
All right, I mean,
No, I'm just curious.
no, that, yeah, I understand.
That's
It's in
actually
their
provided
proposal.
in the
Where?
proposal.
I'm sorry.
The last 2 pages.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Oh, so it is. Thank
Right, the
you.
last 2 pages.
Yeah,
Mortars, heavy guns, and pulling shells. Wouldn't think it's
they're very detailed.
I didn't see this, that's all.
No, that's okay.
My bad.
You're good.
You're bad.
You're good.
Okay, that's what we'll probably definitely go.
So what would the next steps be to American Thunder from the town?
I know Amanda has a call in, so we want to make sure the date, what would the next steps be on their end in terms of holding the date,
Right.
how the contract would play out. And I think we want to ask the question, if right now, we can only sign a contract for the amount that we have.
Right,
So
right,
if
which
we
is
execute
30,000.
The contract for the $19,000 show,
Right.
would they allow us to increase that subject
Right,
to
or-
securing funding? And is there a timeline that they would need for that? So I think we have a few questions for them.
Right.
And then I believe you're meeting again on Monday.
Monday.
Yes.
If we can get the responses
yes.
from them, we can bring it back to you then.
That'd be
Okay,
great.
perfect. Thank you, Kim.
Hopefully it's easy, but
Yeah, it sounds like it's easy. You guys did a lot of,
Yeah, thank you for
especially
this.
you, Amanda. Did a lot of back. I really appreciate that.
So that kind of takes us to, can you hear me? Can you folks hear me?
Can you hear us?
Can you all hear me?
I
No,
didn't see
I'm sorry.
Sean. Hi, Sean. How are you?
Maybe, is there a way they can turn the
I think
volume
we
up a
can.
bit?
Yeah, are these connected to
Yes.
the sound
Yes,
here?
yeah,
Or
right
just
in the,
Yeah.
in the,
TV?
right in the ceiling, see?
Okay.
The speakers
Yeah.
all,
Should be cool.
so,
Oh. Can you hear that?
Enough of that.
Enough of that.
It works.
Okay. Thank you, Kim. We heard you, Gary.
so
What a
that,
surprise.
Yeah.
so that takes us to the fundraising letter.
Yes, which Carla is not here tonight.
Right.
But she gave it to Christy Williams and she looked at it, and until we get it, we're kind of like, we're gonna wait for the approval of the
So,
letter.
so Kim, if you can just make sure that on that donation letter that's going out, if there's a place on there that the town can only take checks, not BMO or anything else.
Right.
And also in the memo spot of their check, if they could write in, the 250th American Revolution celebration.
I'll take a look at it tomorrow.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Amanda.
And then we should have some type of mechanism for the recognition of donors, especially if
Right,
there's some
and that's what-
big donors.
Right.
I got some comments on that
Yes,
when,
sure.
when
Great.
appropriate. Yeah, sure.
Go right ahead.
So I met with Jen Kirkland yesterday. She wanted to make sure we were all on the same page as to what they typically do with sponsors and recognition at the block party, and then what our capacity is to supplement that essentially. For them, if someone donates under 1,000, they get on the promotional flyer. If they donate over 1,000, they get a banner at the block party. Everybody that sponsors though gets a table, and that's how they've done it. So that's what they've done.
Okay.
They had roughly 20 tables last year. They weren't all sponsors. Some were just local groups that they gave space to. To the punchline, she said they have room possibly for maybe 5 more tables based on their layout that we could claim, so to speak. And then perhaps those could be our top 5 platinum sponsor tables or something.
Okay.
That's just me spitballing.
Great.
I like that.
So it sounds like we have about 5 table spots available to sell
Great.
Okay.
for lack of a better term. And then within that, she did give me a couple of strict parameters they have for the tables. The tables have to have some sort of fun activity associated with them. It can't just be someone handing out business cards.
Right.
And you can't be selling anything.
Right,
So, and there's supposed to be some sort of block party, fun, festive
Right.
thing to it. That's what they ask. So so she was all for it. I did sense some just worry on her part, rightfully so, that she didn't want to make sure that we weren't committing to 100 businesses in town and then we don't have any room for them to
No,
to have
Okay.
a spot if they were looking for one. So we have to be careful about what we commit to in that regard. But certainly we can recognize sponsors in other ways than a physical table at
Absolutely.
the event. So
I
that's
like
the
that
feedback
idea.
feedback from the rec department.
So when you say table, you mean like a booth where the business can set up?
Correct.
Okay.
At the block party itself.
Gotcha.
Yep. One of the stalls.
It's
So-
just like,
Oh, I'm sorry.
go ahead. No.
Oh,
Go.
so any donation over 1,000, you said, was it 1,000 or 2,500?
It was their threshold's 1,000. It actually is
1,000,
not
okay.
tied to the
And they would
table
have
or not.
they would have a banner.
They have a big banner. Is
So-
their big.
People would have to get the artwork in. So do we make the banner? Because there's a cost to that.
That is something that
That's-
they do. I don't.
Right.
I don't know. We could also do some sort of similar thing.
You're talking about the pull-up banners, right?
I'm
Or-
not sure.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay, because there's some that are hung, and there's some that the pull-up
I believe it's
banners.
the one that are hung is when I can get clarification.
Yeah,
but
if
I
you
believe it's
could,
one that
and the
the big
cost.
ones that are hung.
Yeah.
They do beforehand and hang
Okay.
during the event.
I know a lot of
Okay.
tables bring their own banners.
Right.
As well. Did you mention that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure that's fine.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
So we have some.
That's great
some
news.
space there. Yeah.
Thank you, Jen.
Yeah. Thank you, Jen.
Yeah.
She's been really helpful, and I know she's been watching and listening. So hi, Jen.
I know. Hi, Jen. Thank you, Jen.
Jen is wonderful.
Yeah, she's
That's cool.
great. She's
It is.
great. Thank
Yeah.
you, Jen. That's great news.
Yeah. So we can figure out a plan of how we want to present that to our sponsor groups as
Mm-hmm.
once we get that letter.
Yeah, once we get the letter, I just need the letter.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get it.
So, okay.
Do we want to discuss what it would take to get one of those 5 tables, or
Yeah.
trying to think what would
I
make
think
them
we could go off our
special?
list that we
Yeah.
were saying the reenactment,
Yep.
what Casey was gonna get as well. People like Leslie, which I think they already have a table down there.
Right.
The vets that they can bring, or if they want to contribute as well, if it's donation or sponsoring
Absolutely.
something. Correct, John and Paul?
Yeah, basically, I'm speaking first on behalf of the Veterans Ball Board. Yes, we either want to make a donation or we want to sponsor something depending on the affordability.
Right.
We can't really consider anything unless we have pricing,
Yes.
Yes.
so we can decide that. Paul is commander of the American Legion, we both work together. What do you want?
We certainly want to participate. I'm trying to say we're going to see what's available,
Right.
Perfect.
how we can best participate.
Yeah, so there's one table for them.
There you go.
So
So
they're
we-
one table.
They're one table.
Is
Yep,
that in our 5? So we're now at 4.
we're at 4 now.
Okay. I think we should have a table. The committee.
Should we think beyond tables in terms of things we might offer? I mean, four is not very many, 3 is fewer than that. So, I mean,
Yeah.
it just seems like we need
I like that
another
idea.
idea.
I like that idea. I think we should offer whatever that is. We can brainstorm on that as well after we talk about what else we want to contribute. Like we'll talk about the horse and carriage, we'll talk about the reenactment.
Right.
We're gonna narrow it down so we don't feel overwhelmed. And so we can focus on the people that want to contribute to this.
So when we're thinking about the other things we've talked about, the reenactments,
Mm-hmm.
horse and carriage, et cetera. So those are kind of separate from this. I mean, the first thing we have to do is fundraise for the fireworks
Right.
because we don't have the budget for that. So we have to give recognition somehow to the sponsors.
Right.
So the tables is probably not going to be enough to do that. So I think we need to think of some other way to offer recognition. I mean, if you're doing a horse and carriage, you could put a banner on the side that says sponsored by
Right.
Rotary or whatever. But I mean, the first thing is we still need to figure out fireworks and how we're going to do that. And I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the problem with this is that we have the limited time, again, that I always lean to. And when we used to put banners, and I don't think we have time to make all these banners to put on the lamp poles. We have to think outside of the box now.
What do we think people who are planning to donate or who would be amenable to donating would want?
I think they would just want some type of
Recognition.
recognition.
But how? Like, is that going in a flyer we send out? Is that
No,
on
no, no,
the town
no, no,
website?
I think we're going on a press release. And I think if we can go through Westboro TV and talk about the group here, what we've done, and, the folks that have donated, we can do that.
I'll tell you how I do it. You go on TV or you go on the newspaper or social media and you sit there with posts and say, thank you for this family. Thank you. Each post goes down. And that's how we always used to thank them back then. Like the Rotary, the Westboro Lights. Westboro, the Rotary. And so on our webpage, we thank all the families or organizations one by one. I just looking at the time and say, well, we got to get a printer, we got to get this, we got to get that, we got to.
Thinking like those, like kind of like the easy, like the yard signs, the little.
Yeah, we can do the yard signs and we
foam
can
ones
thank them
with the-
that
with
way,
the
but then
company
we have to
names.
stick them,
Yeah.
where we're going to put them.
Yeah.
I think you're spending money unnecessarily with yard signs and stuff like
Yeah,
that. I think what Jen does is, at least what she used to do, is one big banner along the back of the gazebo.
Yep.
And that's what they do.
and
they
put their
hang that, and
names
It's
in.
great. That, takes money to produce that. The web stuff is free,
Yep.
essentially.
Right,
And we can have a little certificate done up that says, "Oh, thank you."
or highlight them on social media. Or
No,
do-
but that's
do
the kind of stuff I
something.
think we need to be thinking about.
Right,
I think that, again, my favorite thing is it's now February.
yeah,
We're doing this in June. We have to have our self locked and loaded before then.
right.
So we're
We have
really-
limited time
In my
to kind
opinion,
of,
we're out of time. So we've got, we've got to make some decisions and go
Right.
with them. And can we all stay in the same conversation, please?
Yeah, no, we're paying attention.
Okay.
Is there a charge for the table?
Yes, Jen typically does charge. My understanding is she's effectively donated 5 for the purposes of using them for
This committee.
donors.
Right.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
Any idea what the cost is? of the table? We jointly, the American Legion.
There's no charge, right?
Oh, if you went through rec, through the way it happens now? I don't know what Jen charges per table.
Just again, secondhand, my understanding is that they don't charge for a table, but just for sponsors who want to have a spot, they can have one.
Okay.
I don't think they've run into capacity issues in the past. Again, I don't want to speak out of turn.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
So I defer to her.
Why don't we find that information out for you?
We'll find out.
So you have a definitive answer,
John,
okay?
I will get right back to you.
Email.
Right. I'll get right back to you. You know I do. I'll get you all the information you guys need.
We'll confirm with
We-
Jen.
Yeah, we appreciate you being here. And thank you for helping.
I think one of the challenges too is given the expectation that you'll have folks viewing from a variety of locations in town, trying to figure out the best location if you do a banner to identify your sponsors, because you're going to have people relatively spread out.
Yep.
That's why it's
Exactly.
got, again, on the social media and the, you know.
Right.
Community advocate, you could take out an
And
ad.
press releases to thank
Right.
the companies.
And David would do it. David,
David
like
would do
Kim
it.
said,
Yeah.
they would run it. Social media will run it as well. That's why I kind of like to tighten up this list,
Right.
you know, and
Yep.
so we're not going all over the place and get people involved and just nail what we need to do right now. So we don't feel like we're overwhelmed and we're like, oh my God, and flying in different directions. So let's just focus on the things that we can focus on for right now. Andrew, did you,
So about 7 times you've said we need to focus. But this is an important thing to think of how we're going to thank our sponsors. And it may be social media, it may be a banner, it may be little foam things we stick in the ground. But,
Right.
you know, businesses donate money for a reason. Some of
Oh,
it is out of the goodness of
absolutely.
their heart. Some of it's because they want a booth. And I
Yeah.
don't know what the fundraising landscape's like in this town. I mean, I think we're already going to be kind of poaching donors from other organizations, potentially
Right.
even from Jen's organization,
Right.
to do this. So I think it's important to think through these things. Fundraising, again, has people who are professionals doing it, and none of us are professional fundraisers, but these are
Right.
the issues that they think about. So out of the goodness of people's hearts, we're going to get some money, but we're starting with an $8,000 hill,
right,
right? And then there's this assumption we want to fund other things too, right?
Right.
But we start to get in quite a bit of money with limited time. So we have to actually answer these questions. We can't just say, well, there's not enough time.
right. And I totally understand it. That's why I kind of want to narrow our scope right now.
What does that mean, though, to narrow our
Meaning that we
scope?
have to take some of these activities, that we have that list that we had on the whiteboard. We have to kind of like narrow our focus on what we need. We can't do all the focuses. Like we have the veterans, we have the fireworks, we have these things. Do we want to do the horse and carriage? Do we want to do this?
Well-
Do we want to? Go ahead,
To
Gary.
Andrew's point, we should talk about that and make a decision.
Well, this-
My view, just to throw it out there for discussion, $4,000 for horses? No, we're not going to do it. We don't have the money. Not going to do it. Next. Now, Andrew may say, no, I want that for my kids. That's fine, but we should have a discussion. But let's
Right.
make a decision. Let's not just,
Well, this is what
like
I'm.
snow, keep pushing it down the way.
I mean, I think any of these other things that cost money is going to be prohibitive now, right? So
Right.
this $8,000 hill to climb to do the fireworks is going to limit our ability to do other things. I mean, I think in a very targeted manner, we could come up with some other events and find proper sponsors for that. But the general sponsor fund in this town doesn't seem big enough to me that we're going to be able to do fireworks and other things.
Right. That's
Right.
what I was basically trying to go around with. I like to do everything, and I love to go out there and personally thank everybody and put their businesses, which I do a lot of ways, just out of my own social media on the Heart of Westboro and other things. I'm just saying, if we want to make flyers or posts, it's going to take a while, Andrew, to go, well, we got to make this flyer.
I am not advocating for those.
I know.
I don't have a dog in the fight of the way we thank donors
Right.
or sponsors, but I know that they like to be thanked.
Oh,
So the
absolutely.
committee needs to think of how it's going to do
Right,
that.
right. And if people have an idea outside of the box, I love to hear it.
Well, do we have an inside the box idea?
I don't
Because
know.
I think what
Does
we're, what
anybody-
we're talking about is the logistics of we don't have enough tables to
Right.
use that as our thing. So it
We-
may just
we
be
have
putting on-
5. Yeah.
Yeah. And we've given up 1, potentially 2.
Right.
So we need another way.
Right.
What's the in the
Yeah,
box
I-
way?
To your point, and I'm just going to throw it out there to throw it out there. You can
Go ahead.
use a firework. We're going to give everyone a thank you thing that they can put in their business, whatever. We're going to put it on whose social media.
Let's got to go through the website of the town first, right?
Well, we don't have anything.
Yeah.
The website from the town, I'm sorry, it hasn't put anything up for us yet, so I'm not going to rely on that. If the town wants to get involved, that's great. But I have strong feelings about what the town's doing for this committee right now. It's not you. Settle down.
Excuse me?
It's not
Okay,
you,
so-
Kim.
Okay,
I
you know
don't
what?
want you to think I'm attacking you. I'm not. I'm saying that.
I don't, but I don't appreciate your commentary, so thank you.
Okay. Then tell us what the town's doing.
No, it's not,
Wait a minute, what the town's doing in relationship to what, Gary?
Anything for this committee. What I'm saying is,
I think they've worked with us very well. Just by having all this information
Right.
today, we can go
which we
through.
asked for last week,
Okay,
and we didn't get it.
Sean,
So I think in general, having been involved with multiple committees, the town is much more involved with this committee than it is with any typical committee. You typically do not have town staff on your committee.
That's right.
You do not have the town administrative assistant to the town manager taking notes for you. Typically, that will fall to somebody on this committee.
that's correct.
And then you don't have them typically following up on a lot of items for you. So I would say the town's support for this committee is above and beyond what you typically receive. If you are concerned about the level of support you're getting, I would suggest you consider then doing it yourself.
What I'm concerned about is when it goes to the town, it introduces a delay over and over and over. And
Do it yourself.
I'd be happy to.
okay. Okay,
Bringing it back to tangible next steps.
Yes.
Sounds like we have an $8,000 hill, as you put it. That's if we decide to go with the extended show. We have no hole if we go with the 15-minute show.
right.
Sounds less fun, but let's just be realistic here. No fireworks. Some fireworks is better than none. So we could put ourselves in the position today and say, well, we can commit to the shorter show. It's within budget. That way we're not feeling overextended to that regard. Separately, we can take initiatives to trying to fundraise the additional money for the show, which is $7,000, and separately
Yeah.
a couple more $1,000 for the other plans, if we can pull those together. So I think this is I understand time makes items feel like they're black and white. This is pretty black and white, but I think there's a little gray left here, that we can work on. So my suggestion is we try to proceed with the plan on the fireworks for the shorter time because it's within our budget. And then over the next few days, we can talk about, before the next meeting, say, all right, other than the fireworks, what do we want done for this committee?
Yep.
What do we want to accomplish? What can we accomplish? And make a decision next Monday and then move forward as a yes or a no.
I definitely agree with the 15-minute because I think the 15-minute was the one that we had prior, before. And then we have a buffer zone, and then we can think
Correct.
what else we can do.
It buys us a little time, is
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say.
It does.
Kim, we can add, I'm sorry, we can add, if it's more, if we collect more money, we can add to the 15 minutes.
Right.
That's one of the questions we have for the vendor.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That will come back.
Right, my statement presumes that they would be amenable to that. If they're not, okay.
And then, did you want for maybe Monday to, we can come back with the levels that Jen uses for recreation in terms of sponsorship and how
helpful,
she
yeah.
recognizes, because you
Right,
might want to
that-
mirror that. And she would also probably be able to tell you what the expense is.
Right.
of Having the
'Cause
banners produced.
Andrew's right. We definitely want to acknowledge everybody, because the town, and I'm for you 100%, because I've always liked to communicate with the town, businesses, and show our appreciation. So that's one thing that I can go out and research on and ask people, what do you think, what we can do? So we can bring it back on Monday, and then we can view it that way. Because I want to make sure that everybody's happy and everybody's getting,
Well, and I say
Yeah.
it partially because, I mean, sort of supplementing PJ's point, I mean, some people in town might want to donate for a longer fireworks set, right?
Yes.
So I don't think we
Right.
should
Yes.
preclude that by saying we're definitely doing 15 minutes. I mean, if Dolan Maloney wants to donate $5,000 for a long fireworks set, that should be an option.
Yes.
But we do need to show our gratitude for that.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
I mean, I think when I say targeted, I mean, like some of the events we could conceive of, they're not necessarily expensive. So some businesses might want to just fund that event, in which case recognition to them for,
Funding,
funding from our
exactly.
buffet of options for things they could do.
right, like if the veterans want to sponsor something, right?
A reenactment or something, sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I totally get what you're trying to say. I'm just getting frustrated with all these times in this,
Sure.
And I just wanted to put it out so nobody feels pressured. Everybody's kind of happy at the same level.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that everybody is getting their point across and all that.
I mean,
Sorry, to that point though, so I think what's critical, what I took out of that, that's the critical question is whether American or whatever is amenable to saying, yeah, if you guys can come up with the extra scratch, we'll extend the show. Because that will be a huge additional fundraising item we can then present to our
Right.
pool. So I appreciate you reaching out on that. Thank you.
Until we know all of what everybody's doing, and then when Amanda and Kim comes back with all the information, then we can move forward with all, because I think it's going to be great. I like it. I think everybody who I talked to was ready to donate and give, and great businesses. And you're right, Andrew, we want to appreciate them. They're doing a big chunk, and they want to help, and we want to pay in return if we can. I totally agree with
I
that.
mean, I think good fundraising organizations recognize that, like,
Yes.
to some degree, donors want to be recognized the right way, the way that they like
You
to
know
be
what,
recognized.
Andrew?
So,
Everybody likes to be thanked.
absolutely.
Yes.
Everybody, and it gets back to the basic, everybody likes to be thanked.
I mean,
Yes.
we didn't sign up to be a fundraising committee, but that's what we're doing.
No,
that's
So we have
fine.
to do that
That's fine.
correctly.
Yes,
Right.
I agree.
So-
I agree 100%.
But
Can
I mean, I think we've got the next step. We need to find out about the longer fireworks, because if that's not an
Exactly.
option, we just
The-
can't do that. We don't
Right.
have the money to do that, in which case it's going to be
Well,
15
we don't-
minutes.
Right.
We don't have the money now.
Right.
Right.
But we may not
So-
have the money in the
I
proper.
heard someone earlier though say commit to the shorter program, and then if we blow by the fundraising goal, we can always extend it. I suspect the vendor would do that. We'd have to confirm that.
That's
We
what
have to
Kim,
confirm.
But to me,
Kim
that's-
has to find that
That's
out.
quite acceptable.
I agree.
Yeah. I think everybody's doing a great job. I really appreciate everybody's help on this, especially Amanda and Kim coming out and saying all this. I really appreciate, and then BJ and Andrew. I think we're going in the right direction. We're going to get there. Don't worry about it.
Okay. If I
Okay?
can just,
Go right ahead.
Amanda, if I could prevail upon you in that fundraising, just to kind of put in it what we're asking folks to pay for or donate towards, like police, the fire, the DPW, the fireworks, whatever else. I don't want to put in there porta potties.
In the letter, you're saying?
Huh?
In the letter, you're saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because then when I give it to certain people, it's in there, exactly what, what it's towards.
Right, you want to make it clear.
So you're looking, I think what I heard earlier, to identify that with the money that we have today, we are excited to commit to a 15-minute show with additional generous donations. We anticipate being able to do a longer show.
Yes,
So that's your hook. Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
I think it's a great idea to add the line item.
Yeah, because
For
the,
what we
the
need to
the
pay
business
for, right.
people that I'm going to be talking to, I mean, they want to know, okay, Lydia, fine, but like, what am I paying for?
Right.
Right.
Okay,
They-
I
they-
don't want to
they
put porta
wanna know.
potties in there.
Right.
With the
Some
police
might.
detail, fire detail, DPW.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Harvey might be willing to do that.
Whoever the Texas company that owns it.
No, that's,
I mean, they like everything detailed.
years
When I ask
ago,
for
they
money,
would,
right.
years ago, they would have been,
I'm sure.
would have been there.
It was easy for me to give back to because I would feed them at the Knights of Columbus. You help me and I'll feed you and I'll make sure everybody's happy with the pie and everything else. Can't do it like that, but we're going to find a way to do it. And I agree.
Kim, can I ask you a question? Sure. And I hate to keep going back to the porta potty thing, but the 4 that's on here, does the town pay for any? Because there's always a 4th of July celebration. Now, obviously, there's always porta potties there. And I know there's also a bathroom we had put in when we sold that.
Recreation covers the cost of the porta potties.
Okay, so.
Which
okay,
Jen
so-
said that they get one ADA and one regular. So the committee
Okay,
would
so
be
these are the additional you think we're going to need. Gotcha, okay.
So the quote was for a total of 5,000 people, so
Yeah.
it did include what rec was, but that's
Gotcha.
just a small amount.
Amanda, do they have the restrooms open at the Bay State Commons? I forgot if they
Only,
use-
only during big events.
I don't know. I can find that out.
I mean,
I'm
that's
not sure
how,
if they can do that.
that's how we voted on it years ago. Used to be open for big events. Yeah,
Because I know that somebody has to go in and clean them, and I don't know if they want to do that. So I don't know if that would be available to us or not.
I don't think you can do that in lieu of.
Okay.
I think you are going to need.
oh, no, no,
Right,
no,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely, no
I-
question.
I'd like to see if John and Paul would like to say anything.
Listening to what's going on. Will, do you have a Facebook page for your committee? Are you going to publish some kind of
It,
program?
it's at the town website, which Amanda will be posting once we get everything rolling. And then from the website, we can share it from the Westboro town. We can share it in other, like the Heart of Westboro or other social media pages. And then we'll share it from the town of Westboro website. And I'll let you know, John, when we're gonna do that. No, not at
I
all.
understand fireworks, if they occur, will take place down at the Rogers Senior Center.
Yeah,
area.
Rogers Road,
Are
yep.
you providing shuttle buses back and forth since the main event?
We don't know that. We don't know if we do have Rogers Road until Pat Pacell and the firework company comes out to look. That was the first firework,
If it is there, you need to be thinking
right, that,
about shuttle buses, because people are not going to walk down there.
no, hopefully we can see it wherever it is at Westboro Bay State Commons. We don't know yet until they come out. You'll be the first ones to know. I'll make sure of it.
And another question is, I assume there's no parade, is that?
No parade.
Okay. I can tell you at the Legion meeting today, there was some disappointment expressed about not having
A
some
parade.
sort of a parade, given the importance of the celebration.
Right.
And
I do understand that, but I'm
that's
sorry.
ruled out entirely.
That's out. I'm sorry, guys.
Not that I would be marching, but
Right. I know you guys like that, and I do agree. It's just, shutting the roads down, John, and that's a lot of work for the Westbrook.
We do
Kim,
have a
thank you
parade
so
on,
much.
Memorial Day, we have a parade from Pine Grove to the Rotary to the Folks Building.
Right.
And that seems to historically run pretty damn smoothly, I think.
It does. And I do agree with you, but that's more detailed, that's more logistics. And I don't think we didn't vote for, you know. But it was a great idea. I'm sorry, John, but we'll make it good. I promise. And I'll keep you informed. How's that? Thank you both for coming. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. Now let's see. Anybody wants the approval of the minutes of January 20,
Yeah, I'll move,
2026?
I'll move approval of the minutes for January 26th.
Second discussion? All in favor?
Thank you for sending those along.
Yeah, thank you.
Gonna wrap it up a little bit early tonight, kids.
So,
So,
Monday we're meeting.
So Monday, same place, same time, unless the storm comes through.
We'll out to sea.
Sunday.
So the
We'll have to see,
storm is
please.
down south now.
I
have to
hope
see.
I hope it's out to sea.
We're under a severe weather thing right now. If you check your apps and all that stuff.
All right,
Because
so
it's
what
gonna
we'll
be so
do,
cold.
Oh, cold, yeah, but
well,
not the snow.
it's just cold. It's not snow. So let's pray that we don't have snow, guys. So we'll have, meeting Monday, 5 o'clock, same place, same time. Okay. Want to adjourn the meeting?
You have a motion?
Second.
Good.
Could I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Seconded.
Discussion? All in favor?
Favor.
Great meeting, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Boone.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you, John and